Students, the topic of today's discussion is creation of agency. As we have already discussed the meaning of agency, the parties of agency. In agency, it is the relationship between an agent and his principal created by an express or implied agreement whereby an agent is authorized by his principal to represent him and establish contractual relations with third party. Now, today we are taking the creation of agency. In this, the following ways may be there in which agency may be created. Agency by express agreement or authority. Number one is agency by express agreement or authority. An agency may be created by express agreement or authority. An agency by express agreement or authority arises when authority is conferred on an agent either by written or spoken words. This agency is created when authority is given by the principal and accepted by the agent either by words of mouth or by an agreement in writing. Now, in certain cases, a formal written document is required by law for creating such an agency. Such document is usually known as power of attorney. It is a written and stamped document by which principal authorizes his agent to do certain acts on his behalf. An agent who accepts it can do all the acts within the scope of the power of attorney. Like for example, A appoints B to manage his business by a written and stamped deed and B accepted it. It is an agency created by an express agreement between A and B. Second one is agency by implied agreement or authority. Agency may also be created by implied agreement or authority. Implied agency may be inferred from the conduct or relation of the parties or the circumstances of the case. Generally, things spoken or written or the ordinary course of dealing may be accounted as circumstances of the case. Like for example, A lives in Delhi. He owns a shop in Jaipur and visits the shop occasionally. The shop is managed by B. B is in habit of buying goods from C in the name of A for the purpose of the shop and of paying for them out of A's funds with A's knowledge. B has an implied authority from A to buy goods from C in the name of A for the purpose of his shop. So it should be noted that implied agency does not extend to acts outside the ordinary course of business. Therefore, the acts which are neither necessary nor incidental to the agent's authority are beyond the scope of implied agency. Implied agency includes the following types of agencies. Number one is agency by estoppel. The term estoppel means stopped from denying, and sometimes the principal by his conduct or words creates an impression in the mind of a third person and leads him to believe that a certain person is his authorized agent, although he is not. In such a case, the principal creating such impression will be stopped from denying the agency. Such an agency is known as agency by estoppel. The basis of such agency is the result of apparent or ostensible authority. In order to prove agency by estoppel, the following two facts must be established. Number one is the principal, not the agent, must have caused by his words or conduct the third person to believe that certain person is his authorized agent. Second is the third person must have believed that the apparent authority of the agent has been confirmed by the principal. Second is agency by holding out. Agency by holding out arises when a principal by his conduct or act without objection permits another person to act as his agent and leads other person to believe that such acts are done with his authority. Third is agency by necessity. Agency by necessity come into existence when certain circumstances compel a person to act as an agent for another without his express authority. In such circumstances, the law confers authority upon such person to act as an agent for another. So these were the parts, and the third one is agency by ratification. It arises when some act is done by a person on behalf of another without his authority, and the act is ratified and affirmed by the other. That is the purported principle.